What's up everyone, and welcome back to Top 5 Central. Today we're looking at the top 5 teachers that got caught stealing on camera. With that said, if you hate bad teachers, drop a like on the video. Also, don't forget that we post one video literally every single day, so if you subscribe right now and turn on the bell notification, you'll get a little buzz when we post so you never miss a video. Anyways, with that said, let's get right into it. Number 5. Now, kids having their lunch money stolen isn't a new thing, but normally it's playground bullies who are the thieves, not the kid's teacher. With that said, this Los Angeles teacher was arrested after taking money from her students for over 25 years, which she used to pay for her second house and expensive vacations. Now, I don't mean she was stealing $5 here and there either. She literally stole over $3 million before she was caught, and she was only arrested because police were suspicious of her super rich lifestyle. It's kind of common knowledge that teachers don't really get paid all that much, so seeing her with multiple cars and expensive houses just didn't make any sense. Now, as if that wasn't weird enough, a security camera caught her in the act, and when her bag was too full of money to hold anymore, she started stuffing the stolen dollars into her bra. I mean, it truly is awful, but it's also pretty ridiculous, because at some point she'd have to admit to the police that she had a bra full of stolen lunch money. Like, I'm pretty sure that would be more embarrassing than being caught stealing in the first place.
A Los Angeles school accountant has been sentenced 5 years for stealing nearly $2 million in lunch money over an 8-year period. 48-year-old Judith Oakes was sentenced Thursday for embezzling the money from the Rialto Unified School District. She was caught on camera in August 2013 stuffing lunch money in her bra, and officials believe she's stolen over $3 million in her 25-year career. On a salary of $77,000 a year, authorities became suspicious of her lavish lifestyle, which included 2 homes, expensive vacations, and several cars. She was arrested in August 2013 and ordered Thursday to pay nearly $1.9 million in restitution. Saida Jaffrey of the Rialto Unified School District reports they have changed some policies to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Number 4. If it turned out a teacher at your school was stealing medication, what would you do? I'm guessing most people would want them fired, but at this particular school, things went a completely different way. Not only was this teacher in Tennessee caught stealing pills, but she was in charge of an elementary class, and the pills she was stealing belonged to a first grade student. Now, one of her students had to take Adderall, which was kept locked in the nurse's office, but security cameras showed her unlocking the cabinet and taking the medicine for herself. The craziest thing of all, though, is that even though she went to court, she never even lost her job. For some odd reason, the judge actually decided to give her a second chance, so the school she worked at did the same. Now, that may seem ridiculous, but it turns out she might have needed the medication just as bad as her student because she claimed to help her focus and become a better teacher. Now, even if that was true, going and getting a prescription would probably be a better idea than stealing from a little kid, especially since she probably won't be able to keep her job a second time if she got caught doing it again.
This video, captured by Rutherford County detectives, shows first grade teacher Jessica Holland taking Adderall pills from a locked cabinet in the nurse's office at Eagleville School October 4th. Holland was arrested a week later and, according to police, admitted to stealing the pills from one of her students because they, quote, helped her focus and be a better teacher. Holland was charged with theft and possession of a Schedule II drug, but local judge Barry Tidwell retired her case in December, requiring her to take 4 drug screens and go through counseling. Rutherford County school officials suspended Holland for 2 months without pay and transferred her to Stewartsboro Elementary in Smyrna.
I think it's pretty bad.
Parents tell us they think she should have been fired.
I don't think they should let her teach there.
If she'll steal Adderall from a kid, what else is she going to steal from them?
A statement released by Rutherford County Schools reads in part, quote, the judicial system chose not to fully prosecute Ms. Holland, so she has not been convicted or found guilty of any crime.
Number 3. What teachers do when they're on vacation is mostly their own business, but there are some things you can't get away with whether you're working or not. What this teacher did wrong actually had nothing to do with her school or her students. Instead, it happened when she was trying to take a break from them. So to give some context, apparently she went on vacation to a luxury resort, and it's safe to say she got a little bit too drunk at the wine event she went to because she completely went off the rails. I mean, doing dumb stuff when you're drunk is nothing new, but there's a difference between normal stupidity and full-on theft. Like, according to the people who ran the wine event, people trying to steal a bottle or two is pretty common, but this teacher went way beyond that. I'm not even joking, she didn't just steal a bottle, she tried to steal cases and cases of wine and dragged them all out into the parking lot. I mean, I have to admit, even though she's breaking the law, I find it pretty hilarious she thought she'd get away with it, especially since there were security cameras literally everywhere.
A first grade teacher caught stealing on camera admits she's guilty. It's a story you saw only on Action News, and now for the first time, Contact 13 Chief Investigator Darcy Spears finds out why the teacher says she did it.
In court records filed today, Heather Ogle calls herself a good person who did something bad while she was drunk.
There's
inevitably someone that's been inebriated that tries to take some bottles of wine, but never anything like this.
What Heather Ogle did was caught on surveillance cameras at the Bacara Resort in Santa Barbara in March. Dressed in a distinctive black and white top, Ogle can be seen with cases of wine on a luggage cart at the World of Pinot Noir event.
Well, I had a couple of people that worked for me that actually saw somebody putting cases of wine on the luggage cart. They went up and talked to her, asked her what she was doing, and she said that it was her wine, and she left with it.
Only it wasn't her wine.
Number 2. So everyone knows by now lots of people try really hard to go viral on YouTube, but it turns out becoming an internet sensation isn't always a good thing for your job. Basically, these two women got famous real quick when a video of them stealing someone else's beach canopy went viral, while all the time they pretended the stuff they were swiping was theirs. Now, since the video got so insanely popular, it wasn't long until the women in it got recognized, and it turns out for one of them, it didn't end well. Like, towards the end of the video, one of the women gets super aggressive and even threatens the guy whose stuff she's trying to take, which turned out to be a super big mistake. Basically, since the woman was actually a teacher, her bad language and meanness wasn't exactly setting a good example for her students, and the school she worked at really wasn't that happy. It just goes to show that even when you're not at work, acting out of order is always going to come back to bite you, so it's a lot easier and safer just to be a nice person.
This is our stuff.
This is yours?
Yes.
New details now emerging about one of the women in this viral video and her possible ties to Tampa Bay. The video showing two women allegedly stealing a man's belongings on a Florida beach now becoming a viral sensation. And we're learning why a local school district is now getting involved. The Citrus County School District confirming tonight they are now conducting an investigation in the wake of a YouTube video that at last check has collected more than 6.4 million views and counting. Take a listen.
This is all ours. All of it. The chairs, the bag, this is all our stuff.
Yeah, the video taken over the July 4th holiday weekend at New Smyrna Beach. It shows a man confront two women allegedly disassembling his family's beach canopy, and they're acting like it's their own. Well, now we're finding out one of the women might be a Citrus County School District employee.
Number 1. Now, if I thought someone was stealing from me, I wouldn't want to stop until I knew who it was, but I probably wouldn't go as far as this high school student did. For years, everyone in the school had noticed their things going missing in PE, and they come back from class missing stuff like money from their bags and pockets. Now, we included this clip in our video the other day, so if you haven't watched that, I'll explain the situation now. Literally, no one ever did anything about the thefts until a student called Justine crawled into her locker to watch what was going on and saw her PE teacher was the one responsible. With that said, at that point she knew who the thief was, but she couldn't do anything because she had no proof it was her. And so yeah, that's where this story takes a crazy turn, as the next time she had the class, she crawled into the locker again and filmed her teacher from inside stealing money. I've got to admit, it's a pretty crazy idea, but it's clever too because the teacher was caught, fired, and even convicted of petty theft. With that said, if you start noticing stuff going missing from your school, maybe tell a teacher before you start climbing into lockers.
Is this a teacher rummaging through a student's bag? Look closely. This new video was secretly recorded by a Linden, California high school student. A student claiming her teacher stole money from students' bags right in the school locker room.
Something had to be done about this because it's not right to be taking kids' money like that.
Linden High School sophomore Justine Betty says she'd heard stories of things going missing during gym class.
We thought it was other students. We thought we were blaming each other.
So she started thinking like a private eye and set up a sting. Equipped with a cell phone camera, Betty hid inside this locker, even propping up a second phone to catch video from another angle. Watch as the woman in the video appears to take something out of the pink backpack. See there? Something is now in her right hand. And then she seems to check the pockets of the jeans right next to the bag, but doesn't appear to remove anything.
It was tough to believe that she was doing that.
And there's our video on the top 5 teachers who got caught stealing. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a like down below and subscribe so you see whenever we upload a video. Also, if you're on top 5 or top 10 idea, feel free to search me a handy form in the description to submit it. With that said, thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.